on the lawmakers' daunting to-do list. You know, Jim mentioned making sure that avoiding a government shutdown, but there's more. So most urgently, December 8th, the funding for the government runs out, but also on the agenda, what to do with the nearly 700,000 Dreamers who came to the U.S. as children with their parents. Also, how to fund the children's health insurance program, among a couple of other issues there you see on that list. So I have with me two CNN political commentators, Ben Ferguson, a conservative radio host, and Keith Boykin, a Democratic strategist and former Clinton White House aide. Listen, we were both listening to Jim, and I mean, I sighed audibly because I put this on both the Democrats and the Republicans. So
Sure.
Just Keith, starting with you, the fact that both these leaders, the Democratic leaders, you know, Pelosi and Schumer aren't showing up. I understand tweets have consequences, but like, this is why people don't like Congress. They are acting like children.
Well, I think the President of the United States has a responsibility to lead here. You can't wake up in the morning, poison the waters with a tweet, attack the people who you're going to meet with and say that they're weak on crime, weak on immigration, and we won't have a deal, and then expect people to show up for a photo op. That's going to be a meaningless opportunity to sit down in front of cameras so Trump can look like he's doing something when he really isn't interested in governing. I don't think that they have any reason to show up.
What was that whole Michelle Obama, they go low, we go high? If I may, you know, why, if you consider the president had gone low, why didn't
He didn't just go low, he poisoned the waters today. He said there is no possibility for a deal. What's the point of showing up for a photo op when the president said they won't have a deal? Okay, he said there's no, he doesn't see a deal is likely, and he listed off a whole bunch of reasons why he thinks the Democrats, Chuck and Nancy,
that still means they shouldn't show up?
No, it means that the president of the United States needs to exercise leadership. I mean, he doesn't.
You don't show up.
He's not interested. Why would you show up, Ben, if someone tells you that you are a horrible person and there's no possibility for agreeing on anything, or little possibility? You've already poisoned the waters before there is a meeting.
And what about the president being tough on you as well?
But let me say this.
The links that he's gone in these tweets.
If you're a Democrat and you hate the president's demeanor and you hate his tweets and you rant about his tweets all the time, then you can't act like the president and not say that you're completely hypocritical if that's what you claim you hate. And so you said a moment ago, why would you show up? Because guess what? Nancy Pelosi's job and the Democratic leadership's job is to represent the people of this country. And so if you are claiming that the president has somehow been childish, your job is to not then go to the level that you're claiming the president is at that you cannot stand. You should show up as a statesman.
But why is the president going there to begin with? Let me
say this. Again, I'll say this. I don't think that tweet was going to help much going into this meeting.
Yes.
I'll be honest
at
about
all.
But let me also say this. You can no longer claim you have the high ground when you don't even show up for a meeting like you're a 3-year-old saying, you're not invited to my birthday party anymore. I'm not going to sit down with you because you say you poisoned the well. Democrats and Republicans don't get along. They do it all the time. This tweet, the only reason why you're offended by it is because it happened the day of the meeting. And so if it was yesterday, you would have had no problem.
Ben, I'm going to invite you to my house for dinner tonight.
Sure.
But before that, I want you to know you're a horrible person, and that there's no possibility we're going to agree on anything. So, but come over anyway. That's ridiculous.
I show up.
No, if you're a leader,
if I'm claiming to be a leader, then I lead and show up. Nancy Pelosi's not leading by not showing up.
How many times does the president of the United States get to insult people and have no consequences for his actions? He's insulted Bob Corker and Jeff Flake on the Republican side and almost everybody else on the Republican side who he needs to get a deal with. You can't continue to lead this way by dividing the country.
It's
not everybody else's fault.
Why people hate Congress? I go back to your point. People hate Congress. People hate Congress because you sit there and they grandstand and they put their suits on and their beautiful dresses and they walk out there and give these grandiose speeches. But then a tweet says, because of a tweet, I'm not going to work on tax reform. I'm not going to work on immigration. I'm not going to come to the table. I'm going to be petty. So my thing is to Nancy and them, if you're going to claim that the president and the way he's governing is wrong, then don't do exactly what you say the president's doing that you hate.
Here's a counter for you, though. When you think about so much that was done, negotiations on the Senate side among Republicans with regard to this tax reform, where was the president during that whole time? He was like 14 hours away in Asia. And all of a sudden now the president is back and he's tweeting, and now look at what we're talking about.
Look, I'll say this. Name the last time Republicans and Democrats worked together on any big legislative agenda in Washington before Donald Trump was president.
Answer my question on the president being in Asia.
No, I'm being serious, though. I mean, they have not gotten along. This has been going on. The total malfunction of Capitol Hill in Congress has been going on before Donald Trump got there. Go look
Right,
at
but
how they've not been getting along.
But he's
And it's
avoiding,
why people hate Washington.
he's avoiding the question. Look, the President of the United
I'm
States...
not avoiding, I'm just being honest.
The President of the United States woke up this morning, the very first thing he tweeted was about NFL players taking a knee. This is a president who is dealing with a country where we have a government that's about to shut down.
If
we
you
have
hate-
North Korea firing,
And Nancy's not showing
testing
up, and
nuclear,
Democrats aren't
testing
showing up either.
ballistic missiles.
can't
The
say- you
Children's
can't
Health
rip on the
Insurance
president
program
and
is
then do exactly
expiring.
what you're claiming he's doing.
Puerto Rico is still without electricity for
Again,
half of the
you're going
country,
through a
and the
litmus test,
president
and guess
is
what?
busy worrying about NFL
and I'll
players.
say this last
Where
thing.
is the leadership,
Then where's
That's
the leadership of the Democratic
outrageous.
Party to
The
show up at the White
Democrats
House
don't
and
run
to
the
advocate for
government.
all those issues?
Democrats do
They're
not
elected officials.
run
You can't
the
say
government.
because you're not in charge of the leadership that somehow you have no say-so.
Look, if
you're
I-
the minority leader of the United States Senate, are you telling me that Nancy Pelosi is meaningless? Is that what you're saying because she's not the Speaker of the House?
Apparently, she is in this country because
Okay,
the president
that's-
says,
well then,
president
that's
says,
sad
I
for
alone
Democrats.
can fix it, and I'm the only one that matters. He said this about his own State Department. He said that the president thinks that he's a dictator. And the president doesn't feel like he needs anyone to talk. And then when they do show up, the president isn't even briefed enough on the details to be able to have an intelligent conversation.
Can we go over the
So
list
what
of
is the
how many
point?
things that Keith has just said to insult the President of the United States of America, including calling him a
You're
dictator?
more concerned
But
about what
then
I have to
says-
say
no,
than what
I'm
the
saying as a
President of the United
Democrat.
States is saying on Twitter every morning?
And yet you said
I'm
the
just a
president
first
shouldn't
time
tweet out
citizen.
anything that was negative. You're saying the president should never do it, yet you just poisoned the well. Click well
I am
at
not
using
the
your own
president
words.
of the United States. There's a difference, Ben, between
But you can
between
admit
the
as a
President of the
Democrat,
United
y'all
States,
kinda have a problem
the
with
President of the
this.
United States attacking everyone on Twitter, and me telling people that the President of the United States is attacking everyone on Twitter. Those two things are not morally equivalent. One person is in charge of the country and has the capacity to launch nuclear weapons. I don't.
The new standard that worries me is is that you're basically saying that every Democrat in Congress does not have to do their job if they're insulted by the President of the United States of America.
I'm saying the President of the United States
instead of
shouldn't be
looking out
insulting people
for
in the
all
first
of the
place,
issues
Ben.
that you claim that we need to be working on.
What difference does it make if the Republicans are in charge of the legislature, the executive branch, and the judiciary? The Democrats go up to meet with the president. He won't listen to what they have to say anyway.
You don't know that.
He hasn't listened to what they've said in the past. He doesn't understand the details of government. He's more interested in.
But isn't
he's
your
more
job to
interested
be
in
an
all right,
advocate
all right. Blowing my invisible whistle. Time out. Give me a second. We love you guys because obviously you come from very different places, very different perspectives, and you argue. I want to come back to you all. Stand by for me because I do want to get this in. And thank you both.